Hello, my loves. Hold on one moment while I get this ready so that you guys are able to hear me. If I can find the. Okay. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Welcome to the Sacred Raven. The Sacred Raven's Tarot Vision, that is. I am your soul worker intuitive and your spiritual mentor and life purpose and lifestyle career strategist for creatives going into holistic business careers online. And tonight, we're going to take a look at the energies for the Leo moon transit. Don't we love Leo? This is the perfect time to get out, celebrate, if that's at all even possible. Leo moon allows us to be more of ourselves, really. If you can get out and dance, if you could play some music in your house, if you can whip up some worldly cuisine, even if you have to celebrate with just those in your house, do it. Do it. It's been a long time since a lot of us have had a good time. We're so caught up in the things of the world, our money. Things are tough there. I know. I get it. I understand. That's why it's so important to me that I see others get out of their comfort zones and find it within them to build something that is their own, that no one can take from you, that the government can't take from you, that a surprise out of the blue kind of thing can take from you. And so the next couple days, try if you can to take a rest from all of that. Kind of take a mini vacation in your home in whatever way that looks, in whatever way you can do that. So I got a few decks out, of course. I have the Moonology deck, all right. I have the Queen of the Moon Oracle. I've got the Crystal Healing Wisdom because I want to take a look at the energies, what they say, what we need for our health. Some of you are in past due for a checkup, and you need to go in for a checkup in the month of June. I think some of you might in that first week. And we are going to use the Muse Tarot, okay? I'm going to use the Moors Tarot. And the very beautiful Crystal Power. That goes beautifully with the Crystal Wisdom, okay? Hi, Patsy. I'm good. Out of the blue tonight, a friend of mine that worked with me at the Bohemian shop called me up after I was. What a synchronicity, because I had seen his name yesterday. I was posting something up on Instagram, and I saw his name. He's a young guy. He's double Scorpio, rising Libra. He wants to be a counselor, and a lot of people are attracted to him because he's so loving and warm. And he was practicing doing his readings and such. He called me out of the blue today to get some inspiration. I was so happy to hear from him. He's like my son's age, a little bit younger. He's adorable. But I'm doing great. I've been very busy with work. I have a lot of writing projects. I do a lot of freelance writing for people in spiritual topics. I have one I have to finish for this fella He's a spiritual coach, and he works with men in the dating and love department. So I've got that, and another girl who wants me to write something for her on moon work, moon healing. So I've been busy. Damn. Mo, hi. Yes, you can get for a personal question tonight. If you have like just a straight up one question, you get a free oracle with it. It's the 444. I pinned things at the top, also the website for anybody that wants to book through the website. And oh, did I miss that? I messed up the address there. I'll fix that. Becca, hi. My loves. So happy to see you guys. There you go for personal questions. Becca Boo, that's cute. Magic Intuition, hi, sweetie. It's good to see you guys. Me? I'm more happy than I've ever been in my life, if I'm going to be honest. Well, and it's all because of this work. It's all because of this. I get to I get to think, talk, write all about spirituality all day long, every day. And I'm living the life. Well, at least for me, it's living the life. Susie, I know. I've been working as an advisor for Purple Ocean. Um, I've been doing a lot of coaching through my own services. Uh, I've been doing like these live voice series chats that I've been doing, sort of on the side for fun, helping people out just because, and doing readings there. Where there was an amazing reading we did the other night. I could just lay in my bed in the dark and just with the headphones on, and then literally sit in bed with a deck in my hand and just read. I'm obsessed. I love the work that I do. I feel so happy, and just this content despite the world. I'd like to talk more about that though. So I'm going to create an avenue for that. Oh, they are. Thank you, Patsy. Becca Boo, I know a lot about bipolar disorder. It runs in my family. I have my mother is bipolar. Um, I'm dealing with it with my son, and I spoke with him today. And it's strange that you even brought it up because I was thinking about how important it might be for me to have a series maybe on mental health, because it's something that I've had to deal with my whole life, helping family members in that area, and how hard it is. It's not easy because bipolar disorder can turn into something else if it gets bad. And yeah, Susie, what has happened, darling? Is this with love? Is this with that guy you're seeing? Or is this just in general? Money? Those of you coming in, thank you so much. Don't forget to hit the like button so that we get filtered out and others can find us a lot more easily. Thank you so much. We were supposed to be going away Monday, and he didn't show up. We're seriously dealing with somebody who's I really feel like, he's got this immature narcissistic quality to him. Flaky. He's not using, is he? Oh my God, you did? I'm nervous that he's not ready for it yet. While there's a side to him that does, I think, and I keep seeing these cycles and these relationships that all seem to have this same theme that everyone's going through. They're in relationships with somebody who is emotionally unavailable in one way or another, who sort of comes in and out, in and out. They're not consistent. They are no good with their promises. But it's also mirroring something that we're going through inside of ourselves. There's something that we are on the fence about within ourselves, or that we're not tending to, or aren't all the way passionate for, that's also mirroring in the relationships we have. It's almost like when we kill that curse within us, that war, it's also going to kill that battle that we're dealing with in the relationships. For 8 months consistently, I've been looking at this area very, very closely, including in my own relationship, because these themes are very strong within it. Yeah, don't have a child if you aren't ready, and if you don't feel that I don't think you should allow him to coax you into it unless it's something you want, because you're going to end up, he loves the idea of this. He probably does want a child, but he himself has to grow up. You're going to end up picking up a lot of the slack emotionally and in every other way. The burdens are going to be set on you. He's going to be around for the light stuff, the stuff that's easy. And then when things seem to get too heavy or too hard, he's going to back away. And Becca says, my sister and her husband just dismiss her emotions and guilts her the same shit they would do to me. And then she has me who will understand, truly be there. So it makes me wonder if he's not playing with your emotional state. I'm seeing this over and over and over again. I'm seeing this relationship dynamic. And I keep attracting people with that same relationship dynamic. And then we keep falling for it. We keep falling because it seems and feels so sincere, but then you get stabbed in the back because right away you become, it's like they don't follow through. And what that does in the end is leave you feeling thrown off kilter, off balance. It makes you despise yourself, get upset with yourself for believing it, for listening to it, for falling for it. And then you carry shame, you start carrying guilt, you develop insecurities, and it makes it hard for you to forgive yourself and forgive the situation. And it just brings with it so much emotional baggage that you would be better off without the person than you would with them. Because what are they really bringing to the table? Are they really inspiring you? Are they really there when you need them? Are they supportive? Or is it just this back and forth? It's almost like they only show up to make sure you're still hanging on, and then they dart off. And the minute you get back into your own flow, back into your own swing of things, your own life, suddenly they pop back in as if they're feeling that energy pull away from them. And then they come back in to make sure that they have you. It's this sense I'm getting. Becca Boo says, sounds like my baby daddy. He was with me the other day. And you see these, and this is what worries me about like people with narcissistic personalities or people with borderline. It's, you know, they can only give you, let's say we compartmentalize them into parts. It's as if there's only one piece of them, of the entire whole, that they're willing to give to you or share with you, but the other 75% they're withholding and they're keeping to themselves, that they don't want to share. So you're not getting everything that you should be getting in the relationship. You're giving out 75%, they're taking 75%. And you're giving that 75% because of the crumbs they're just dishing out, and the crumbs aren't worth it. They need to be there fully. But that's really what he's giving out. He's dishing out energetic crumbs. Patsy, I don't feel it. And that's just terrible that he did that. He left you hanging. Mo Tarba, I don't know if you're still in here, honey. She was asking about, will Malek reconcile in the future? Go to the link I provided there for you, my darling. Believe me, that's some of the greatest prices you'll get for just a quick little answer reading. I can't believe he did that. Let's take a look at the overall energy so we can at least get a sense of what we are all experiencing, what we are going to be experiencing coming up. Becca Boo, I'm sure he's seeing other women. But here I am waiting for a change. Don't wait for the change. Do not, whatever you do not wait for them to make a move or for them to make a decision, for you to make your decision to move forward. You'll be waiting forever and you'll be stuck in limbo. You're going to dislike yourself. You're going to hate yourself in the end. Don't do it. Go forward with your own life. Go forward with your own things. Find something you love. Find something you love to do that brings the best out in you. Find something that makes you feel whole. If they're in your life, that's the icing on the cake. But don't make it so that here's this person coming in, acting as if they're going to be there and they're going to share this vision of a life that you have, and that they're going to be supportive. Because they're going to end up disappointing you. And if so much time and effort and spent energy and heart has been put into this, what you've invested in, it's going to make it all that much harder to let it go, because you're looking in terms of how much you've invested, how much heart, blood, sweat, tears. If you're going to put blood, sweat, tears, and heart in anything, put it in yourself. Put it in yourself. Fall in love with you. Fall in love with your road. Fall in love with your life. And then we'll just be a nice addition. But it won't be where they walk away with your heart. They walk away with all your efforts, your time, everything, all of your investment. I'm struggling right now to let go of someone. I think I already let him go, but it's not yet. I'd really like to know what's going on in these people's heads that are doing this. This story keeps coming up. This story, somebody who's not, they're not in it the way the other person is. They aren't committed to the vision together. They aren't committed to the relationship in the way the other person is. It's not fair. And it's always the best women, it's always the best guys that get stuck with these Jezebels and these player boys, these F boys, these boy toys. Because that's all they really are. I mean, that's all they really got to offer. They're right there when they can get some action. And they have all the best things to say. And they'll seem so sincere. And you'll feel it. And they might even feel it at the time. But the minute they walk away, it's almost like, what is that saying? It's like when they move, when they're not with you, they don't see you. I've forgotten the phrase. But they don't know where they're going, let alone where they're going in the relationship with you. And it's going to be back and forth. I think you need, your best thing right now is to not have expectations. So whatever they do will be a nice surprise. Don't expect commitment. Don't expect anything in the way that you would like to see it. If you just want to enjoy their time when you have them, but don't expect them to fulfill any promises. Don't expect them to be consistent. Don't expect any consistency, I would say. Take what they say as a grain of salt, and don't look at the relationship as if it's going to be this serious involvement in the way that you want it to be. Take them lightly. Enjoy time with them. Have fun with them. But don't break your heart by setting your heart on something that they're promising when they know damn well they cannot fulfill the promises. And I know, Susie, this guy you're dealing with, he won't. He's one of those that come in and out. He's got this young quality to him that's just, he's got growing to do. They're not ready yet. It doesn't mean you have to break up with him, but don't expect the romance or the level of commitment that you deserve. Look at it like, he's a fun friend to have around, roll around in the sack a little bit. But other than that, I don't think they have much more to offer because they can't figure themselves out right now. And it's just going to beat you down. It's going to break your heart. It's going to keep you in this 9 of Swords, 10 of Swords, 3 of Swords energy. I haven't expected anything. That's why it's been working. Oh, okay. But he invited me to go away with him. I had to tell my kids, so I had to make arrangements. That's upsetting. That's upsetting. He wasted your time as if your time doesn't mean anything. You made arrangements, you took time, you did. That's bullshit. As if he's the only person on this planet not respecting your time. And I wonder if he even looks at it like that. I've had to tell people, because they thought that they owned me because they're in my family or because they're close friends or because of whatever, that my time doesn't matter, where they would clearly honor somebody else's. They didn't with me for whatever reason, just because they're close to me. And I had to lay it down and say, look, you don't own me. You don't own my time. My time is precious. I could have done anything else. But instead, I was investing in something you said, you made promises with and about. I can't see him again. My family would go crazy. They are so angry. They hate him. Yeah. 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 That's right, Patsy. And I've noticed there's so many people going through these relationships. Why? Or at least the people who are I'm dealing with. Becca Boo said, I start to wonder how much bad shit I've done in this life, any previous ones that I'm still paying my debt to. Karma. Yeah. Decisions we've made, and it doesn't even have to be a past life, if you even believe in that. It could be the past life, consider it as 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago. All the decisions you made throughout that time is spilling over into the cycle. That's why it's so important. Once you clean up your life, you clean up yourself, you clean up these things. Those decisions, those energies left over from those choices and those times in your life start to slowly dissipate, and it cleans up your karma. But when you allow these people in that have nothing but drama and karma attached to them, then you're bringing it into your world. Off topic, is the spirit behind you? Behind me? Do you see something I don't? He did send a message this time. All said, I'm sorry again. I couldn't believe it. Like that covered it. Yeah. Right. Who wants? And a text. He sent a text. Being cowardly. He couldn't face you. Ridiculous. Yeah, it's at least take responsibility. You didn't show up. You could have said, "Look, baby, I'm sorry. Maybe he slept in that day. Maybe he's something, and then he got embarrassed and didn't want to say I messed it up or something. Say something. Saying something is better than nothing, or else it makes you look like a callous, cold jerk." Okay. What what kind what kind of reading do you want? I keep seeing someone behind you. Then your internet starts to really. Ooh. Well, maybe the spirit is here with us tonight. Let's see, spirit, are you here with us? Let's see. Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, maybe. I've got 10 of Pentacles. I celebrate everything I achieve. I take that as a yes. I'm not sure. Okay. If you want a Celtic cross, we could do a Celtic cross. And you can choose a deck. You can choose the deck and your oracle. I think maybe you did see, maybe spirit is here. That's kind of interesting for I see the truth card with the 10 of Pentacles. That's saying, yes, I trust myself to see the truth. The truth of the matter is yes. Spirit is here with us. And it's definitely a nice light. It feels good here. Nothing heavy, nothing dark. Arby. Oh, we can do, where is it? If you want to do the 11, that Celtic cross, that 1111 Celtic cross here, copy, paste. Unless you were talking about, were you talking about a session? Similar to the sessions I do with Janie? Were you talking about that? Or were you talking about like how we do on here? How are you, Arby? Cutie pie. Okay. Whatever you want to do. Let me know when you've done it and then we'll start. Little cutie Arby. Okay. Yeah, let's do it. We'll do the 444. It is. It is calming in here. In fact, I think maybe I should turn on. I've got this beautiful salt rock lamp, and it plays gorgeous music, cosmic music. nature sounds. I think I'm going to turn that on and make it nice, cozy. You turned 20? Happy birthday. Yeah, my birthday's coming up. I'm 24 years older than you, Arby. Yeah, I have. These are they're kind of like Christmas lights. I bought them at Target. They're beautiful. They have the ones that just go by are battery operated, and they're tiny. These beautiful little lights. But this one you could plug in. They're kind of like little Christmas lights. You see the little bulbs? They're so cute. It looks beautiful in here. And it's nice and relaxing, you guys. It's perfect just to sit back. I just got my camera set up over here, and my journal, all my books. My whole life, my whole work is about finding peace within you, finding the spirit within you, building on your self-love, building. It is. Does it? Oh, I'm glad it does, RB. I was hoping. Okay, Susie said it's done. All right. And then we'll get into the collective for all of us. Looks like they did some updates to the chat rooms in here. Yeah, I was hoping. All right. Can I fix it here? Get comfortable a little bit. I think I'll pull that up a little bit. Hold on. Yeah, that's better. All right, you guys, give me 1 minute and I will be right back. 90 seconds. All right. All right, it prends peaceful music. My roommate can be annoying sometimes. Okay, so we have Miss Susie with her question. And Miss Susie, what was your direct question? There we go. Yeah, I've noticed if I have felt that there were times when there were like glitches in my little crystal ball. I have a salt rock lamp. It's a little crystal ball and it sometimes flickers really crazy. And it's not supposed to. It's supposed to fade in and out slowly from one color to the next. When it does that, I feel like something is around. Or when making videos, it'll glitch and it'll stop for no reason. And it'll do it a lot. It's about you and Steve, and I'm not sure. Do you just want to get an energy? Please help me. Very necessary. Yes. Of course, it's saying you're all tied up. He's all tied up. There's something here they want you to recognize. There's something here you're not seeing. Changes to the relationship are happening. And you're only seeing a small glimpse of the overall whole. It's definitely going to require some patience. Okay. It looks good. Why is he all... Your strategy is going to need to be patience. I guess we're not seeing a larger picture. There's, see, she feels stuck. She's not really stuck in this situation. And what she's seeing is only a small outside glimpse of what's really happening, because there's all this here that hasn't been lit up as of yet, but it's coming. And I can see through the cards as well that the strategy is patience if you want this situation with the relationship to occur. And there's a storm warning. Storm warning. They're actually saying to take a chance on this. Hold on. So I guess the outside doesn't appear what in the same way as what's happening behind the scenes or on the inside. We're getting confusing signals by what we're seeing on the outside. Vicky, no Ronnie. So Susie said, so to stick with what I'm doing because I'm not messaging. I'm leaving it to him. Problem is, I told him it was over. Well, yeah, I don't blame you. I would probably have felt the same way. I would have done the same thing if this was a few years back. And even more so if I was in my 20s. If I was in my 20s and had already had 3 glasses of wine, I probably would have hurled at him or something. Oh, wrong. Hit that up the wrong way. Okay, so let's give us something that Susie needs to know about this relationship, please. What does she need to know? You have the wheel. You have the world. Well, it's not really the world, but it is the world. But it's the Wheel of Fortune, which means to take it to the next step, take things to the next level, and a good level. Right now, there needs to be patience. Wow, there is a lot of confusion, of course. A lot of sadness regarding the relationship moving forward. What is you need to set some boundaries. Definitely stand up for yourself. Don't let him get away with his behaviors. He needs to know. But don't allow it to keep you stuck where you're not moving forward with your life, that he's causing situations like he just did. But why let's see here. I'm going to get one more. Okay. What does she need to know forward? Yeah, 4 of emotion. He's going back and forth. It's going to take time. It's going to take a long time. He's not even 100% sure of what he wants. He's not seeing things. He's not seeing what's being presented in front of him. He's not seeing the full value of the relationship yet. He's not seeing what you're offering him. Is that what that was? He's not seeing what you're offering him, and you're not seeing the full picture of what's going on with him either. He's stuck emotionally. That's what the four of emotion is, like the Four of Cups. You can see here. It's feeling discontented, not feeling passionate. And I see, because we have the Wheel of Fortune here, it's not going to last long, okay? He's going to move on from it. And this feeling of being tied up emotionally, going back and forth, emotionally and mentally. He will move on. The Wheel of Fortune is always a very nice sign, but it's going to take time. I would even say the next 6 months, you'll be dealing with this kind of stuff. This is why they don't want you, and I really don't want to see you getting caught up in it. I think it looks like you should just do your own thing. Invest in your own stuff right now. Invest in your own life. Invest in you. The same thing, like I said before, invest in you. It seems like the more certain you are about you and investing in you, the more certain he gets about investing in you. There's some kind of marrying. It's not over. It's not over. No. Even though I want to say yes to you. And with this, I see this garden and the gate girl. She's looking beyond and thinking, should she do that? But the message here is this: do not let their behavior dictate what you do moving forward. It's not over, no. But do not rush it to be more serious or to have more investment than they're willing to give right now. What you should do, the one thing that will bring him on board faster is when you invest in you. Invest in you the way you want him to invest in you. That's going to bring it in. Yeah, I want to say get rid of his ass, but you can't. It's going to take time, though. This is why it's like you got to take it with a grain of salt. Don't be so fast to drag him back in. Put some boundaries. Say, let's just kind of give it a rest a little bit. Let's keep it light. And you do your thing. He's too wishy-washy because he doesn't know. The minute he feels like he's committing to something, it's like he starts to get really scared, and then he pulls back. There's this innate sense of FOMO, fear of missing out on what he doesn't even know. But the commitment is scary. Like, he's wondering, does he have what it takes? Can he fulfill what it is you think you need? Can he, and does he have everything to provide? He needs to figure it out himself. The more you love yourself and get involved in your life, invest in you, the more it will inspire him to invest in him and come towards you. If there's any feeling that he feels coerced or pushed or like he has to, I don't know, man up, I guess, it's going to make him feel stuck and in a place where he can't make a choice. He's going to be going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Oh my gosh, I don't think I would go anywhere with him right now. Unless he had the keys and the thing was set aside, everything was done, rented, perfect, ready to go, his bags were packed, and the car pulls up, I would not. Don't set your heart on anything. Don't just take it like a grain of salt, and then keep some clear boundaries. And I would definitely stand up and say to him, you can say it lovingly for him, and ask him to respect your time, that you love him, you want to spend time with him, but it's not a good thing for him to promise you things or to promise to be there if he thinks that there's possibility that he can't make those promises up. The one important thing in a relationship is trust, and both people have to value it, and he needs to value his word and what his word means in a relationship. There is responsibilities that come with making promises to others, and that your time is precious. Time is precious in this world, and it's not fair for somebody to waste somebody else's time or their heart. Whether they realize it or not, it's playing with their heartstrings. So let him know, be honest, because if you hold that in, there's going to be a growing resentment. It can be said to him, but it doesn't have to be said to him in anger. You can say it with love. Yeah, you don't trust him. Of course, you're not going to trust him because he hasn't proved himself. So I would keep my boundaries and wait until he's able to do that. In the meantime, live your life. Find something that means something to you. So find something you can sink your heart into, sink your teeth into, that allows you to invest in you, that inspires you, whatever that is. And he would just be a nice icing on the cake until he's ready to step up. Right now, he isn't. He can't even step up for himself, let alone you. But there is an eventual move. There is hope. It's just not right now. A lot of patience is going to be needed. A lot of patience. Okay? It's hard to trust. It's hard to open up. Trust that it's there. It's going to take time. If you feel it's worth it, put in the time, the patience. Don't let that do that. Don't let it control you like that. That's when things will get bad. You have a beautiful life. You have so many opportunities in front of you. Invest in yourself in those things. Take care of yourself. Be gentle with yourself. Create a sacred, loving, luxurious environment for yourself. Pamper yourself. He'll be there. He will. He just needs to grow up. But that doesn't mean you have to take it. But let him know now. Let him know gently. Let him know lovingly. So that you don't carry this with you and get bitter. And so that he doesn't look at it like it's something he can get away with and do again. Nip it in the bud early on. That he can't play with your time, your emotions, your life. That you set aside your life and you did things to make this trip happen, and that's not fair. That's not right. So stand up for yourself. When I see the seven of wands, that's what it's saying. Speak your truth. Stand up for yourself. Do it lovingly and be patient. Hi, Goddess. No, not tonight. We're doing a collective read, and that's all we're doing tonight because with the cards, it'll go on too long. I have a project I need to finish. Giovanni, you still haven't got it, Giovanni? Okay, I'm going to show you right now. And I kept the reading just in case. Just in case you didn't get it. I don't know how you couldn't have. Hold on. Okay, so I'm going to go to the email. Okay. Okay, May 23rd. There it is where I sent it to you. And I can see our back and forths even. All right. And it has the little, you can't see it, but maybe you can a little bit. Right there, you can see the file. See that little red dot? That's the file. So let me try again. Let's see. Do you have two different? Okay, so I'm going to reply to this email here. Reply. Attachment. Attach a file. Audio. There's a recording. May 24th. Okay. See that? That's exactly how it looked last time. It should look like this, and it has a little, it's a red icon with a set of headphones. So this is the third time I'm sending it. Okay. So it's sending. Okay. There you go. Failed to download attachment. Huh? Why is it saying no connection? You have a strong signal. I want to get this clear because this is how I send my audio readings to all of you. So I hope that she's got that. All right, so let's move on to our collective. Unless there's somebody else. Marwa, yes, you can have a love reading. You remember where to send? Maybe Apple is messing up the emails. Should I send him? Should I message him and explain? If you feel that that's the way you want to do, I'm always a fan of hearing the voice or seeing somebody's face when I talk to them rather than texting. If you feel that texting is a better way to connect, then do it. But you have to communicate it. He must know that you can't jerk somebody around like that. You just can't. And you can't make promises in the moment just because it sounds good. You just can't. But yes, it's saying here, stand up for yourself. Don't allow yourself to be taken advantage of. I don't want to, but he never answers the phone, of course. If you could leave him a voice recording and send it that way so that he can hear your voice and hear the emotion and the tonality of your voice, I would do that. Instead of just the words. I know. The texting back and forth, I don't like the text, I like to have the adult. Especially seeing people, face to face in their eyes. Marwa, are you still there, Marwa? He's a coward. Yes. Yeah. Of course he is. He doesn't want to face up to it because he knows he hurt you. He knows he did something wrong. He's just hoping that time will let it go away and that you'll kind of forget about it. And because he did that, it'll just make him want to hide out longer to avoid, what he did. Hey, Ashley. So let's see what the Spirit is asking for us all. How you doing, love? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let's see what Queen of the Moon tells us to do. First card right off the bat was self-love. Self-love, baby. Nothing like it. Oh, yeah. Your energy oracle. And then these were your tarot. But I took 2 cards instead of 1. They look like oracle, or these do anyway. They kind of look the same, a little bit, I guess. These are the Muse. This is the Muse tarot. I just got them, and they're very beautiful. Woo! Oh, look, burden and confusion. It's like they threw these at me for you. Burden and confusion. Let down the burdens from all this confusion. These, oh God, these are beautiful. Yeah. I love them very much. Connected right away. Right away. I'd like to get the Light Seers Tarot to go with them. And I love how the Muse of Emotion comes out like this. That the card is to be looked at this way. It's so beautiful. All the Muse cards. Gorgeous. I got it now. You did? Yes, finally. I wonder what happened before. Maybe I sent it to the wrong email. Maybe I misspelled the name because this time I replied to the email I'd just gotten from you. Well, no, because I don't know. I don't know what happened before, but thank God you got it finally. And I knew something might go wrong, so I saved it. I didn't want to erase it. I was like, I bet you if I erase this, something's gonna happen. Damn. Okay, good. And see, you've been so lovely and patient. Some people in these communities, they are not spiritual. They will cuss you out and as if you purposely tried to ignore them or you didn't want to give them the reading or something. They will cuss you out. Or they will some people, it's really funny. They'll get a reading. It's supposed to be for an hour, but they'll push it and push it. They'll try to drag it out. And I've been nice on a couple times and let it go past, but then I could really feel my energy start to drain. It's like they're pulling on me underwater. And I don't like that. Yeah, it is. It's what a lot of narcissistic people in this community that you have to watch out for. And it's a great place for them because they're dealing with a bunch of empathic types that they feel that they own or control, especially if they see you on a regular basis or say they subscribe to somebody. They kind of feel like they own you. Yeah, trolls and vampires. So you have to be very strong. You have to know your energy well and know how to be firm because they will take advantage. They really will. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What is the spirit they have us focus on right now? Okay. Boundaries. We're boundaries with the masculine. Look at this right away. Thank you, Susie. Damn it, I earned it. If you guys knew my life story, oh, Jesus. If I have one great gift that God has ever given me, it's the gift of strength and endurance to see some kind of brighter light. Because my whole life has really been a turbulent, like a constant. Right here, right off the bat, it talks about boundaries with the masculine. Removing from the fears, removing that fear element out of our lives. It's clouding our judgment. But what's more is the masculine himself is not stepping into his full power, his full maturity. A hard life does make you strong, yes. No, I know. Sometimes there are times when you don't feel like it, but you can't always feel strong at all times, right? Sometimes we're just tired and you need time to gather your strength. But who you are at your core is a strong person. That's why, you are in the position that you are, then why certain types are attracted to you in the first place, because of that strength. Few people anymore have it. I thought more people did, but they really don't. I had more faith in people than I should have in many respects. Some people just, they'll be so set in their ways, they're a lost cause. And this is talking about having boundaries with the development of your own masculine and the masculine you find yourself dealing with in life, your relationships, whoever's the big masculine in your guys' world right now. There's this incredible connection with the feminine, with you. And there needs to be some boundaries set. Boundaries, once you set them, you see this flower? That's what's going to cause things to grow. But that's only by him understanding and feeling the power of the feminine, by you respecting the power of your feminine and your masculine energies and not fearing your own masculine energy. The minute you invest yourself and begin to make yourself whole, that's when it's going to mirror right back, and he's going to find himself doing the same. It's this weird mirroring dichotomy that's going on here between the masculine and feminine. It's through setting boundaries, though. And isn't that kind of funny? She's in this protective bubble. It's so symbolic for so much that's happening right now, as well as this. People hiding from fear of what's happening all around them, hiding in a bubble. If they could only look up and see the light, they would understand that it's not as terrible as they think it is. Now, for a lot of us, our own masculines is letting us down, our own masculine energy. We have to respect both aspects of ourselves. And we're probably just now learning what it means to integrate those two. Some of you, your masculine energies have sort of been putting you through the ringer. Maybe you're a workaholic. I feel that for some of you. Maybe you guys, you don't know how to relax. You don't know how to receive. You don't know how to relax into your feminine state. And it's needed. And this is needed. He's receiving the healing energy from the moon, which is what? It's that feminine, that unconscious, that intuitive place, that place of art, that place of abstractness, that place of creativity. The feminine and masculine are at war with each other right now, and they're trying to find this place where they can come to some sort of marriage. But it's through boundaries that this thing is going to grow. Inside, there's a spark of something that makes me want to get up and fight. Yes, yes. This was about 5 years ago, 4 years ago, when I felt like all of my life had been stripped from me. That I'd fought too long, too hard. My life was one same dramatic situation after another loss, another backstabbing, another pain, another death, another tragedy, emotional roller coasters over and over and over again, chaos, and like it was never ending. And I felt like I was tired of trying to fight. I was tired of trying to make things work. I was tired of trying to juggle all of it to keep a certain way of living going, to keep a certain way of being going, to keep myself under control, to keep my family together, to keep things in its place, because it was out of my hands. I wasn't supposed to try to control all of it. All the responsibility was given to me for all my family and the happiness for them and bringing a sense of family. And it just became too much. I felt like my life force was dying, that it was just going to be snuffed out, and I was just going to surrender and get swept under by the chaos of my life. I hid. I was a hermit. I barely got out of bed for 2 years. My son said to me, "Mom, I don't want to look back on my life and remember you at this time. Only being in bed every time I see you, you're in bed. You're not feeling well. You're depressed. You're." And I had to snap out of it. I tried really hard in every way to find my way out. I had let all my family and all the decisions that the people close to me were making overtake me. And it wasn't fair. It wasn't right. I wasn't being respected. I was giving my everything and my all, and I wasn't getting not even a tenth of that back. That's why boundaries are so important. I use the fibromyalgia as a reason. Why am I not surprised you have fibromyalgia? There's there's something here with people who tend to be more empathic, that have endocrine system problems, thyroid problems, uh, adrenal problems, particularly adrenal fatigue, and fibromyalgia, bipolar, as well as hypersensitive to various foods and things that knock the body off balance, hormonal imbalances, chemical imbalances, Crohn's, and thyroid. I have Crohn's. I have Crohn's, and my mother has hypothyroid. My sister has it's either Graves and Hashimoto's or Hashimoto's, and two of my brothers have hyperthyroid. They get very manic. Yes. hmm Many food allergies, yes, come with that. And people with these endocrine system problems and adrenal problems and Crohn's problems, I've noticed, and that may have family that have a history of ADHD, bipolar, they tend to be the hypersensitives, the intuitives, these empathic types of people. And it runs in families. And bipolar disorder got my son, and it was him partying and getting in. He got into drugs, and it set some things off mentally. When I hear him talk, my heart breaks because I know he's going to need medication probably for the rest of his life. And I worried about that watching him grow up while I was taking care of my mom and a couple of my brothers that were going through this with bipolar disorder and the hallucinations they were getting, auditory and visual. But he was also doing drugs he should not have, both of them, which made it worse. My mother had a stroke, so that made it worse for her. And they all had severe injuries to the head, whether it be by stroke, a major car accident. Justin suffered lacerations to the head because of some young men, a gang, left him at a bus stop for dead after beating him. This is when he was living with me. I was in my early 20s, and I was helping to take care of him for my mom. I helped raise a lot of my brothers, and I helped my sister too, and helped raise her daughter. And Chris always had his family there too, so we had a big household, and it was the two of us that were the rock for everybody. And a lot of everyone was dealing with issues just like that, bipolar issues, thyroid. Hi, Zara. My daughter has Asperger's. Really? Yes, my son is very hypersensitive and moody, and he's saying things that they're going to do an evaluation on him. And I hope it was only because of him partying and getting into the drug scene that was the reason. That maybe once he gets it's cleaned out of his system and he gets his body back into a balanced state, that he'll go back to the way he was. But I'm afraid, bipolar disorder, when it's this bad and mixed with drugs and other things, because they're so hypersensitive, in their early 20s or so is usually the onset when they start to hallucinate, when they start to get really manic. And he's talking like that. He's saying all the same things that both my brother Jeffrey and brother Justin in their early 20s, late teens, early 20s began doing and saying after they suffered injuries to the head. And my mom in her mid 40s. I was scared of it. I thought that it would come to me, but I think it skipped me like it skipped my grandmother. And I said to myself, I'm never going to allow that to happen to me. I'm going to learn everything I can about healing, mix it with my interests in the spiritual life, and try to help my family in some way get through it. It's not. He let me down. Oh, God. I found out I have high functioning autism. Really? What kind of testing do they make you do for that? You got gratitude and self-reflection. I can't explain to you how important gratitude is when you have a life lived from this place, feeling like you not only have everything already at your disposal, that you have what you need, but that more of it is coming. There's a time for self-reflection and for being gracious and being happy for who you are and the kind of person you've become. And that anybody who dares decide to go into relationship with you ought to know how lucky they are. That you are a true friend, a true source of healing and inspiration to many in your family. There does need to be more of an appreciation of this within yourself, and a time for more reflection about who you really are and what your gifts are. Because there's something very special about you. This is for those of you in here. Please understand that Spirit always drags in those who need the message. And you need to realize how much you're appreciated and what you have in your life and within yourself to be gracious for and grateful for. Take time to heal yourself. Take time to rest and love yourself. Pamper yourself. Mind, body, and soul, in whatever way is that you're not getting it. There needs to be a sense of wholeness. The Holy Spirit is about being whole. It's about being balanced. Yeah, and these relationships will leave us feeling that way. I did. And I was upset with myself. And I thought, this is not fair. I don't want to be upset with myself. I don't want to be in this state of mind where I dislike who I am because of this relationship. It should be the opposite. And so I made a promise to myself that I was going to do all I could to put myself in a place where I could look in the mirror and respect the woman that was looking back, that she stood her ground, that she has her priorities straight with herself, that she doesn't give herself up in exchange for others, that what she puts out, she only gets back crumbs, no more. That I was going to nurture myself and mother myself in a way that I never got growing up. Out of all 8 children, I was the oldest and treated like a little adult from day one. I was never nurtured. And I didn't even nurture myself. So now it's that time. And this is the same I want to see you guys. Gratitude and self-reflection. Even the beauty of the fact that we can get together as friends and talk. We have a place to go to get things off our mind, get things off our chest, to get clear. I'm so thankful for that. I didn't have that. I asked God to help me to build something like that. A little place I could call, like a little refuge, that where people understood each other. We're going through the same problems, going through the same issues in life. Changes are coming, and they're coming quickly. So get ready to go through these hurdles. Really dig really do some deep searching. Don't take this journey that you're on for granted. Utilize this time because you don't want to make the same mistakes in any respect. Let's nip some of these things in the bud now while we have the opportunity, before we go too many years down the line and have wasted too much time on efforts that were futile. Samantha says, I was really stupid. It was the testing. Like, why was the shapes different from other shapes? Describe washing your hands, and if you've ever played shape. Oh, I see. How do you get out of the rut and staying in bed? Like I did, like I was saying earlier, finding something that you love, a topic, an interest, something that you do, something you can really sink your teeth into that you can build on. Maybe start a community of your own in a particular subject. Maybe start a project a beauty project, maybe a competition of some kind. Get women together to build their self back again, their beauty regimens. Those of us that are in our midlife, that is. Maybe get back into learning something again, something you've always wanted to do, to develop, to teach. You start writing something that brings you passion, that's personal to you. Start exploring. Keep a journal. As thoughts come to you, write it down. And start doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that, just exploring, testing the waters, so that it gives you this space to breathe, this sort of open road. Let's see here. Yeah, the guitar writing. There are so many programs online, and you can catch them when they are really cheap. Udemy has tons of personal development courses, and I saw a guitar course on that platform. My grandmother always wanted me to learn, and I had always wanted to learn. She had bought me a guitar, and I left it with my dad, and I never got it back. It probably got lost through their many moves. And she bought me, and I told him when we were robbed. And he had bought me one, which I think I was 24, which he had pawned and lost. So I never did learn it, but I do plan to learn the guitar. Maybe I'll get to play it for my grandchildren, if I ever get grandchildren. Writing is an amazing source for healing. Start a journal group, or maybe participate in one. At the very least, do it for yourself. You can take everything that you've written down, you can repurpose it and use that into something later. When you've come out of this depression, describe the depression, describe the feelings of anger, describe the feelings of discontent, describe the feelings of confusion, describe the darkness you feel, describe it while you're in it, because this is when it's most fresh, it's most raw. It'll be healing because you'll get that energy out of your head, so it's not stirring and stewing, and you can go back and use it. Yeah, see, look at that. 9 of Voices. This card has been coming out a lot because this is where we're at in our minds. A lot of overthinking. Thinking about all the problems that we have, thinking about the relationship we're in, thinking about the money troubles that we've got, thinking about the world and how if things are ever going to be some semblance of normalcy. Everything is going on in our minds right now. We're not sleeping well at all. But instead of going into hyperdrive, overthink, go into self-reflection mode, which is much more calming, which is much more peaceful. And do it from a place of graciousness, of gratitude, of appreciation for what you have, for who you are, for what you're capable of. And leave this place alone. You know, there's all these dark thoughts are coming in and they're sharp. They feel sharp. That they're all coming at the same time and just replaying over and over. Especially at night. If you can, play some isochronic music. Let that play as you sleep and your subconscious is open. And let it reprogram you in a way back to balance and better. It'll work on those neurons. It'll work on those neural pathways. Violet Ann, hi. Samantha says, I told my BFF at the time and I was in tears after he said that. Really? It was weird not knowing something about yourself, but the worst part was when I told him at the same time, his first response was, is there a cure for it? Susie said, thank you. Oh my God, you're welcome. Learn it. Can you imagine if you, just when you're just sitting there in your bed, just by yourself, in your peaceful time, just strumming your guitar, coming out with little tunes, how healing that would be. Coming out with little lullabies, just little things. If anything, only do it for yourself. Learn it. Who knows what you'll do with it later down the road. But as of right now, do it because it's going to be something important for your self-healing, an avenue for your self-growth, for your passion to get out of this. The devil, oh God. This and the devil, Capricorn energy, of course. This is where we're all at. Come out of this. This is such a trapping. I mean, look at that. This is the opposite of this. We've got gratitude and self-reflection. This is a whole other way of going within. This is going within in full fear mode. We've got the devil and we got the 9 of Voices. That's 9 of Swords. Here we've got self-reflection and gratitude. Gratitude comes from love. These are two same principle with two very opposite ways of going about it. Go within, but from a place of peace, of center, of content, of love, of gratitude, and not of overthinking, overwhelm, stress, anxiety, repeating the same patterns, feeling stuck, feeling insecure, anxiety. There's two ways you can go about right now with things. You can go with it this way, or you can choose to go this way. It's up to you. There's lots of, I'm seeing a lot of teal. Teal is like showing up as that tranquil, soft, gentle energy. Be gentle with yourself. Be soft with yourself. Listen to music that has sounds of the ocean, especially those of you that tend to be empathic. Since the water is so healing. Maybe it could even be rain, sounds of rain at night. But when you go to bed, listen to sounds of nature that include water. Take baths. The salt baths will help neutralize all that excess anxiety and stress. Drink tea. Relax. Get out the what ifs, the what ifs, the what ifs. It's not serving anything. Where are we at here? This looks like, yeah, 6 of materials. This is reciprocity. Give and take. Remember, the energy that you put forth is the kind of energy you're going to get back. So are you going to do this? Right? Or are you going to do this? The energy you put in yourself, the self-reflection, being an appreciation of yourself, living a life that's gracious, that's gentle, where you care for yourself and you love yourself. You're nurturing yourself. You're going to receive that back, as well as the relationships you're in. If you aren't loving yourself, you're not going to receive the same back in your relationships. The reciprocity will not be there. Energy flows where attention goes. What you put in, you get back. Are you loving yourself? If you aren't, you're going to get this. This is all about reciprocity. This is all about give and take, what we put in. Okay? After I got diagnosed with autism and ADHD, my BFF at the time, his first response was, "Is there a cure?" And I was in tears after he had said that. Was he suggesting that he was going to leave if there wasn't? Kim, good morning. Yes, you may have a reading. I do. There's some right here for super cheap. We do them live. You can get a Celtic cross. It's 1111, or you can do the 444, which is a direct question. It's actually 2 cards. One is a free oracle that goes with it. So it's like amazing price. Definitely get me while you got me. I'm a busy lady. I do a lot of freelance writing, and I work as an advisor for a company called Purple Ocean. And the readings there are 3 minutes. They're $15 for 3 minutes. And it's a pre-recorded video, so it's kind of weird how it's done. I work there, and then I'm also a coach. And so I have my own business. I work on my own as a life purpose strategist for creatives, people going into business for themselves. I'd like to do a tarot course this summer. I think I might jazz it up a little bit. What more do we need to know? Shortly after he moved out, I had a suspicion he was going to move out. Really? That is crazy. Some people are just, they're shallow. And right now in the world, it seems like the shallow people that are desperately clinging on to this shallow, broke down system are tapering off from the people who are of heart, of soul, of passion, of love, of spirit. We're being separated. We can't even deal with those people anymore. They make us sick. The devil came back out again. Please watch where you place your thoughts and emotions this week. Rest. Rest and be at peace. Look how this woman is sitting in the tub. She's sitting in a tub of the universe, and she's able to see clearly. Here, she can't. The devil has taken up space in her mind. Here, she has rested. She can see clear. She's at ease. She's at peace. These are the energies we're facing this week. You're either going to go here or you're going to go here. It's time to take a journey to self-love, okay? It's time to add some more fun. Have some more fun in your life. Like these moon cycles that we go through, make it fun. Be creative. Add some creative elements to it. Make the whole damn day about self-love. Create a little ritual around it. Light your candles. Light your incense. Take your salt baths. Add some bubbles. Feel luxurious. Walk around in something that feels good on your skin. A nice, beautiful robe. Put on some slippers. Kick back. Enjoy a glass of wine. Read your favorite book. Do a little bit of arts and crafts, something that feels good to you. Play some music or learn to play an instrument. Get away from this. Don't let the devil get you. I'm hoping to hear from an organization that supports young adults in the community. Ooh, I like that. Really? My daughter really struggles with her Asperger's, and she hadn't left her bedroom. Oh my God. She lives in squalor, but she's so gifted and creative. It's heartbreaking to see. Oh, I bet you she is. She needs a way to channel it. She's probably very, what is it? What's the word? Disorganized. She probably doesn't know how to organize herself, you know? Jamie, I've been talking a lot of self-care and enjoying long hot showers and allowing myself to. Yes, yes, yes. Look, this card. Okay, the other day I did a reading for the Leo moon, and in all three decks, this card mark is the Four of Voices. It's the Four of Swords in other decks. This kept figuring in with the Nine of Swords, the Ten of Swords, and the Devil. It's time to let go of that grip. It's time to realize not only how special you are, but how powerful you are. And how deeply beautiful your life can actually really be. We're trying to break out of this programming that the world has given you since day one. It's been beating it into your mind. You've been programmed with every kind of education possible to look at life in these terms, to approach a relationship in these ways, from our own ancestry and with what we learn when we go into the world. Find your peace. What brings you peace? What brings you love? What brings you joy? What is it? It doesn't need to be perfect. It doesn't need to be something big and grand either. It could just be you having fun being you. And this is why, mental health is such a huge thing for me, you guys, because of what it runs in my family. And let me tell you, spirituality and creativity is being with spirit. You are actively in the spirit when you are being creative. It is the most healing tool at our disposal. It's the one true healing thing. If you can get in touch with that, if you can find that place inside of you, you will heal. You will find your deepest spot where contentment resides. Peace and contentment, simplicity, an added sacredness to your life, color, music, laughter. These things all bring healing. These things all bring a more colorful life. Look at this woman. She's in this bath. Okay, she's able to see. She can see beyond where she couldn't before. She was stuck. And look, she's got the whole universe on her side. She's bathing in the universe. She's allowed herself to be taken. She's let go of what the world wants for her. Wow, did I just, bottom of the deck, once again, reciprocity. So over over and over, we're getting the same message. The cards keep popping out. You have to give to yourself. You have to give to yourself. What you put out, you need to get back, and you need to rest. Otherwise, you're going to be here in this devil place, and you don't want that. You need to find balance, holiness. The Holy Spirit brings a spirit of what? Balance. The yin and the yang, the masculine and the feminine coming together. Having gratitude, self-reflection. Self-reflection, rest. What's this here? Yeah, awakening. There's an awakening that's happening, that's trying to come in. But if you stay here, you're going to miss it. Something beautiful is trying to come in. It's a new way of living. It's one that where you literally flow in your life. You're at ease, the way you move, the way you make your choices, the way you see things, the way You work your life. All comes from this place of ease. All comes from this place of solace. All comes from this place of peace, of balance. True wholeness. True love within yourself. What do we got here? Oh, material, 10 of materials. The 10 of Cups wants to come in, you guys. We've got the Tree of Life here. This awakening is here to try to bring you your happiness, family happiness, material happiness, abundance. But it comes with knowing how to give and take, how to bring in balance, reciprocity. You see, what you give out mirrors itself back to you. The love you show yourself, that's the love you get back from others. Cleaning is good for the mind. When you can tell a lot about a person by the way they live. When a decluttered mind leaves for a very clean and simplistic and sober way of living. When the mind is cluttered, the way they live is cluttered, messy, disarray, and vice versa. Just walking into an environment like that can throw off a person who has a peaceful mind normally. Scripture says cleanliness is next to godliness. Okay? When we are orderly, when we are simple, when we wake up, we make our beds, right? There's that whole idea, philosophy of making your bed first in the morning, right when you get up, being disciplined about it. It keeps your mind right, keeps your mind clear. You're able to see, you're able to think, you're able to work and produce good work rather than being scattered all over the place, your energy scattered, your mind scattered, because you've got the energy of all these things all over the place. Notice when you see the way a monk lives in perfect cleanliness. And not only that, it's perfectly simplistic. It leaves wide room, open room for energy. He's not decluttered. He is decluttered. He's not cluttered and bogged down. A cluttered space can scatter your energy and make you feel ungrounded. Here we go. This is going back and forth in your mind over and over about a situation. What situation is that? What can you not leave alone? A lot of you, it's because of money or a situation involving love, okay? Because we've got family here. We've got a tribe. But at the same time, it's dealing with money matters, okay? We're all in our minds about it. The minute you let go is the minute things will start to attract towards you. The second you do, the second you realize that, the second you do that, nine of emotion, then your wishes will come in. 9 of Cups, wish granted. What have we got here? We've got somebody who's doing what? Reflecting, meditating, praying, sitting at peace with themselves. Look at that. What do we got? A wish. Wishes being granted. Look at these diamonds. She's being surrounded here by diamonds. This isn't just any Nine of Cups card, Nine of Emotions card. This is about really gaining what feels like the world. True beauty, true contentment, true peace, and with the right family and people at your side. A true awakening. The awakening can only occur if you can leave yourself space for this nurturing, this self-nurturing, taking care of yourself. That reciprocity brings this fulfillment in your relationships, this mirroring, okay? You won't be back and forth in your mind about it. There won't be a reason. You're not going to keep going back to this feeling of despising yourself, being angry with yourself. You just won't. You'll be here. That's emotional satisfaction. That's living a true life of abundance, what it really means at the definition, the very definition of it. Wow. That's a bunch of them. Okay. There may be confusion because you're trying to figure out how you want to make your money. You want to be this creative, dynamic woman of strength who steps in as a leader and makes her money. You want to be independent. There's some confusion. There's some darkness here, how you're going to do it. Honestly, I think if you paid attention to the moon cycles, a lot of it will be revealed. And find a group to do this with. Manifest with others. Support one another's dreams. Okay? Now, what card was this? Yeah, let down the burdens. There's all of this burden from the confusion. Stop working so hard. Don't force it. Don't force things in your love life. Don't force things in your work life. It'll come to you. It will come to you. This is a dynamic woman. This is a woman of strength. This is a woman of good character. This woman is a star. She's full of charisma, life. This is who you want to be, the greatest version of yourself. While at the same time, she's sensual, she's nurturing, she's of the earth. She's very earthy and motherly. And she knows how to make that coin. These are two beautiful sides of you that need to be nurtured. You aren't nurturing it right now. It's going here to the devil, which is happily taking away from you. Nurture this woman. Mother this woman. Bring these two amazing parts of you. Okay. An awakening is coming. There's some very important things to consider for the next few days. Let's see, Spirit, one more. Yeah. There's this energy of needing to be the fool. Be the fool and go into this without delay. Look at this. Look at this piece. Some of you are dealing with a younger man, right? Knight of Voices. That's the Knight of Swords. What is he? In and out, 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 in and out. While others of you are dealing with an energy like this within yourself, where you're hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. Quit the hot, cold. Find your balance. If you want this, you want this. Move away from this. Let's get one more from this deck here. Yeah, here we go. The Emperor. Step up. Boss up. Be that woman you know you are. The greatest vision and version of yourself. This woman is in her power. She's in her power. She's not afraid. She's going for it. There's something about music here. Look at that. She's at peace. She's very stylish. She's in her lane. She's in her vibe. She's resonating with her life, her own life, and it's bringing abundance to her quickly. This could also symbolize your relationships, okay? If you guys are dealing with an Aries, Sag, or Leo, all right? Or if that's in your chart. Capricorn, Pisces. Step up. Be that woman that you envision yourself to be. Let that awakening take place. There's a gift here that the Spirit wants to bring to you. And this really is a gift. It's a wish you've always had. Okay? Remember? Let's take a look. Bottom of the deck, power. Claim your power. Claim your feminine power. Who you are as this feminine person, this feminine power that you may have neglected for a long time, or you have misused the power in some form or fashion, whether by shunning it or abusing it in some other way, refusing it. She wants to be cared for. She wants to be loved. She wants to be nurtured so that she can come up just like this. Just like this in all of her best. This is beautiful. You are divinely protected. Sovereignty. Mm-hmm. Claim your sovereignty. Keep your boundaries with the masculine. Okay. And what happens of that? The fruition of that is you. Okay. You standing in your power, not allowing somebody else or something else rob you of that. All right. Once you get that realization, that awakening, once that occurs and you realize you are the key, that's when you're going to realize the will of God for you and new beginnings will occur. Okay? Thus, creation begins. The creation of what? This new woman, who you're supposed to be. This. Yeah, I know, Susie, I did the same thing. I wasted, because I was so tired. I lost everything again. Plus, I was hurt. People did things to hurt me, and I'm not a quitter. I stubbornly don't quit, but I was ready to give up. I was just going to give up. I let a couple years of my life slip me by because I wanted to give up. I was so tired. I was just beat up and exhausted and tired by life. I literally had nothing to give anyone. All I did that whole time was listen to a lot of podcasts. I watched a lot of documentaries. I spent a lot of time alone those years. Just me and my animals. Off and on, my husband, but he was so busy with work and all that. It just was crazy. It's crazy. I'm so happy. I feel so blessed that I'm out of that. Please don't sell yourself out. You have so many opportunities around you. Your options are many. You don't have to stick to one road. There are many. Amara, hi, sweetheart. I nearly overdosed recently, then I walked out. I don't drive, so I had no idea where. You're kidding. I don't drive either. Here we go, you guys. We're getting the rest card again. This need to go inside, to reflect, and for patience while we do so. We're always thinking. Let your mind at ease, okay? Here, I love how this is a 10. This is an 11. This is about new beginnings, new spiritual beginnings. An awakening is about to happen. A realization about what? The possibilities that you have set in front of you. You have more than one choice, believe it or not. Many. And they all look just as good as the other one. You have many options in front of you. Many. And it keeps saying over and over, there's this idea of resting, nurturing ourselves, practicing something spiritual in your life. If you aren't practicing, really practice spiritual time, reflection time, prayer time, time to write in your journal with those thoughts, to pray and connect with God, talk to God, talk to the angels, ask for protection, ask for things to be shown to you, ask for some light, ask for something to give you faith again, to give you your passion again, to open doors for you. You have a lot of possibilities, and they're just adjacent to each other. Okay? God is opening many doors, and where one closes, another one opens. You close that window, that door opens. You close that door, a window opens. Okay? Take a look. Do a lot of looking within, because that's going to help you. That's going to help you see. That's going to help give you a compass. Your happiness is going to be your own value. How you value yourself. How much you see your worth. There again, I'm seeing music. She's sitting in a big, giant Ace of Cups. That's being so passionate and so in love for life and being enlightened about where she's going in life. New beginnings in life. It's very fiery energy too. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, having a lot of strength within, needing to speak up. So these water symbols, it's either a Pisces around you or there's some sort of a Piscean energy around. Reading, writing comes up again. Look, second time a book comes up. Read spiritual books, write in journals, paint even. But there's a lot, all these lotuses are for enlightenment. Some of you might get pregnant. There's a baby here. And if you don't literally become a mother, then you're going to start creating something that's going to be like your baby. Okay? A lot of higher education, life learning. I think some of you also may feel like a deep connection to animals, birds. Okay? Transformation is definitely here. Education. I see you writing. I see you reading, learning. Doing things at your own pace. Ask yourself questions. What does it take for a woman like you to heal? Go in search of that answer. It's time to journey. It's time to set out on that journey. Oh, you're right. But you said the collective reading is unreal. Yeah. Did you see the little baby? Mm-hmm. She's holding a record There's music playing. She's sitting in this large cup. She's just happy, especially when it comes to, wow, okay, when it comes to family, home, security. But first, her journey is toward her self value. And her self value is through spirit. Okay? The woman holding the heart. You have Archangel Metatron. She's going to find it through her own spirit. That's where her value lies. It doesn't lie with the man holding the coin. Although balance is needed in the relationship and it will be healed. Just not right now. It's going to take time. This is, for those of you not in relationships, this is talking about your masculine, you bossing up in life. You're creating something. You're creating something that's going to be your baby, that you love, that you're in love with, and you're probably seeing a lot of 44. Okay? Oh my God. Look at this. I pulled these two out. I said, your worth is going to be found in spiritual matters. And that's where your worth is. Look at this. 31. There's a 4, right? This card is a 4. Archangel Metatron, 40. The woman holding the heart, 44. We have 44, 44. See that? And I see the number 48 on the screen. This is the spirit being with you. This is 88. Infinity, time, spirit. Your worth, your value is tied to your spirituality. Okay? That needs to be number one first. Being connected to you, being connected to the heavens, something deeper and more beautiful in your world. The relationship will be there, of course. It's going to need balance and healing, but it's definitely there. Right below this is these two. We got the man, thinking man. You know who he's thinking about? His goddess of the moon. But the door to romance is through you taking care of your spirituality. Take care of your spirituality. We got 55 here. Oh, this is 33. Okay. 55. That's changes. That's new beginnings. The door to romance is through your spirit. Second time it's saying that. Okay? This guy wants this relationship and he wants it with you. But he's attracted to you because you love yourself. You must love yourself. Pay attention to your spirit. 4, 4, 4. The angels being with you, blessing you. Okay? And that's what we've got for the stay and keep your strength. Keep your strength. Things are going to change. You're going to see significant breakthroughs in August. A lot of you will. Mm-hmm. Yep, you certainly will. For him, whoop, he wants to pop that out again. For you and him. Look how he's holding that crystal. He may begin having an interest in spiritual things, and it's the two of you in this life. You know, the family that prays together stays together, kind of thing, is what I'm saying. And I think that's what's going to draw it. But first, you need, whoops, cornucopia. This is going to drop out with the thinking man. Yeah. Yeah. August. Balance. Rest. Balance and rest is what you need. Okay? If you can do that, you'll be fine. You will be fine. It will heal. Balance, angel of balance, comes in with the healer of the ages to heal any issues you have with this masculine. Including your coin, your money. Okay? But rest, self-love is needed. Self-nurturing. Worrying about your spiritual life should be number one. And they're going to keep saying it because this is where they need you to be. Here. Let's spit now. Yeah. It's time to take a new journey, take a risk. Right? Any last message? Oh, bottom of the deck. Perfect. The Lovers. Okay. Pisces. The Moon card. Take a risk. Love. New love. New opportunities for love coming in. New love for self. Three of Pentacles. Partnerships. Contracts. Page of Wands is new opportunities. Nine of Pentacles and Page of Wands. New opportunities which bring what? Security. Home security. There's going to be judgment about this. Choice is going to be made. Okay? Yeah. No more of that Four Cups energy. It's going away. I am worthy of the deepest kind of love, and I listen to my heart and I follow my knowing. Think about that. Strength card again. I can deal with whatever comes my way. Whatever. I'm strong. Okay. going to get one last one here. Like I said, from the crystal. Okay. Oh my God. Ooh, that's gorgeous. Aquamarine. Why am I not surprised? Earlier I kept seeing that color, turquoise, like that aquamarine color, that tranquil, smoky quartz as well, trigonomic quartz, and fascinating, and tiger's eye. So aquamarine and garnet. Feeling Scorpio here, okay? We've got 8 and 16. That's 888, baby. Divine timing is here. Let's read what the aquamarine crystal and stone does for you, and why you might want to consider working with that. Wearing it if you have it. A little bit of Palo Santo. Okay, so 16. God, I love that. It smells so fresh. Palo Santo. And it says, hope. Aquamarine has long been a healing gem associated with the sea, also with stimulating psychic abilities. It was believed to protect against seduction. You are deeply intuitive, but you need to assess this realistically. Do not be seduced by vivid imaginings, wishful thinking, or spiritual claptrap. Use your imagination to create what is for your highest good and well-being. And well-being will follow. If you fall into depression, remember that hope shines into the darkest of places. Release self-defeating programs. Listen to your inner guidance, but be objective. Accept what's an offer, and watch out for idle gossip. Tie up loose ends before moving on. Remain emotionally detached. Avoid procrastination. Success may come in a court case. Stay positive and remember your family. The healing insight. There is no reason to lose hope in your heart, since well-being is a state of mind. So there again, didn't I always say that these cards always sum up the reading? Whenever I'm done with the reading and I grab one of these, it always just basically sums up the entire thing I just did. The timing is Aries, Gemini, Scorpio, and Pisces. Soul path, seeing beyond consensual reality and illusion. Okay? The frequency is high. And it lines the throat and the third eye, which helps to align them all. Aquamarine, seeing beyond consensual reality and illusion, like a lot of people are beginning to right now, and it's scaring them. They're seeing that the reality they thought existed really doesn't. There we have it, my loves. I love you so much. I'm going to try to get on as soon as I can. I wanted to try to come on last night. I just didn't have the opportunity. And I'll do my best to come on tomorrow, but I might be stuck doing some writing for a lot of the day. So we'll see how things turn out. I'll do my best to be on, though. I love you guys so much. You can email me if anything comes up. I'll do my best to send you back as soon as I can, okay? I love every one of you. You're always in my heart, always in my prayers. And I pray all the time, always at bed. So the last thing I want to do is die without having said my prayer before I go to sleep. You know what I mean? So I love you, my dears. I'll see you soon. Keep having faith. Have patience. I know things, it sucks. There's some things that just really suck when it comes to relationships. Just wait it out. It really is good right now because you'll be able to focus on yourself and create something you never would have done otherwise. So let this relationship or this thing that isn't giving back to you in the way that it should, the way you're giving to it, whatever that is, let it fall by the wayside for right now. Okay, there's other things that need you. I love you all. I'll see you soon. All right? Good night.